Velocity TV begins now.
Don't say I didn't warn you. I know things no one knows.
E11 Graphics specializes in iRacing wraps, promo ads, and banners for all your sim racing needs. From a new custom look on the track to a new look for your site, E1G is your place. Want to promote a special event or series for your league? E1G can make that custom promo ad you're looking for. With attention to high detail, great service, and reasonable prices, E1G is here to serve you. E11 Graphics, they're not only good, they're evil.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity TV here live tonight inside the Tulsa Expo Center. The Chili Bowl live here tonight for a Tuesday night. Sim Addicts Pro Late Model Series run here on Tuesday evening. And welcome aboard here, Phil Cass, along with my longtime partner, Mr. 212 Todd Stanton, back alongside. And Todd, we come back to familiar territory in the Chili Bowl, but Pro Late Models. A little bit different this week for us, and cool to come back here for the Sim Addicts Pro Lakes. It feels like a month since you and I have done a race together, so good to maybe hear your voice again.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for. We're getting ready to go green flag racing. We have 2 heat races on the docket tonight here at Sim Racing Addicts. Here, Chili Bowl, green flags in the air, and out to the early advantage. That's Charles Silvis Jr. in the number 44 machine. James Grace running in that second spot. This is one of those types of tracks, Phil. 8 laps going to be the distance here in heat racing, man. You're going to have to really lay waste here. You want a good starting position. That's what Charles Silvis did.
Oh, he certainly did. He's out to that early lead over James Grace. Troy Stuckwish, the number 24, currently run for 3rd. Jonathan Smith. Ethan Stuckwish, the number 33 car, running 5th with Chris Lewin. Christopher Miller, Adam Stevens, and Joshua Hessen making up our 9-car field here for heat race number 1. Already 3 laps in the books, and it's still all Charles Silvis out front by almost a full second already over James Grace. They've worked their way off 3 and 4 now, back into 1 and 2.
And James Grace trying to make something happen. You can see him clip that bottom apron down there, the apex of that apron. And as he lifts up that left side of the car each and every time he comes out, this time he didn't touch it, trying to make up some headway here on Charles Silvis Jr. But Silvis laying down some pretty fast laps here tonight. Best lap already tonight, 11.056 to James Grace's 11.204. Obviously, they're starting to slow down the 24 machine. Troy Stuckwich starting to move up through here, running in that 3rd spot, Phil. So fantastic racing going on. We already have 2 laps remaining. As they go down to turn number 3 and off of 4, it's going to be white flag.
One more trip around here for the 44 of Charles Silvis, which these guys are buzzing around this joint. Pretty good 10 car going a lap down, all the 18 car of Hessen going a lap down off the corner. We're already off of 4. Checkered flag will go up in the air. Race winner going to be car number 44 of Charles Silvis. James Grace in for 2. Troy Stuckwish, Ethan Stuckwish, Jonathan Smith, your top 5. Christopher Miller, Adam Stevens, Josh Hessen, and Chris Lewin. You make up your 9-car field for heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 about to pull to the racetrack, so instead of missing the lineup there for this one, we'll take a stab on through it here. And on the pole is going to be car number 27. That is our buddy Tim Christensen, our broadcast colleague on the pole, and alongside the 515, that is Chris Cox. In row number 2, Zachary DeLong aboard car number 93, and Zach DeLong aboard car number 19 on the outside. 2 completely different spellings, I'm going to assume. Different family. It's pretty solid out there to see 2 Zach DeLongs out there in the 2nd row. Runner 3, the 022 of J.D. Sass, with number 17 of Justin Sick. Next row back, we find the 21, the Mullet Mafia Fry, and Trevor Bitterling aboard car number 225, and shotgun on the field aboard car number 16. That's Dylan Hutchison going to roll from deep in the field here. The Chili Bowl, 8 laps around. We've already seen it, Todd. This place is tight. It's fast. It's only 0.2 of a mile. 8 laps around here are going to go away like a blink. So I think this time by, we're going to see the pace truck probably duck its way on for cover, and we're going to put these guys loose for 8 more laps around heat race number 2. About to see the green flag off of turn 4.
About ready to see the green flag. That is in hand. Green flag, and the loud pedal is down here. Pro late models here at the Sim Addicts Racing League. The 27 machine of Tim Christensen, your current race leader. The 515 drops into that second spot. That's Chris Cox for the 515. We already got contact through the back portion of the heat race number 2 here, as we did not have a lot of contact in heat race number 1, but they're able to roll it back up and get going there. The 16 machine was involved in that one. That's Dylan Hutchinson. Hutchinson now in a danger of going down the lap to your current race leader, the 27, trying to fend him off. But how hard do you really want to try to stay on the lead lap, Phil?
8 laps, not a lot of time. At this point, I think your night probably lost there. I wouldn't impede the leader too much, probably pull out of the way. Tim Christensen going to make his way around. Chris Cox of the 515 going to follow Dylan on by. You got Zach DeLong and Zachary DeLong. They're side by side back there. 18 car, 93 car. Now they're going to sell it out for third spot back there. As one Zach's going to pass the other, but we're already halfway home here. 5 in, 3 to go here at the Chili Bowl.
Yeah, already 3 laps to go for Tim Christensen, already out to a good commanding lead over Chris Cox aboard that 515 machine. Third right now is Zachary DeLonge in the number 93 machine. Justin Sick in the 17. He is running in that 4th spot as we have 2 laps remaining already. Tim Christensen coming off of turn number 4. White flag in the air for the number 27 machine. He doesn't have to do much to hold on to this one. Already down the back, straight away to turn number 3 for the final time. Picking up heat race number 2. It's going to be Tim Christensen.
Tim going to take down the win. Chris Cox going to come in for second. The 93 car, Zachary DeLong, going to come in for third. Justin Sick, fourth. Mullet Mafia Fry, your top 5. Trevor Middling, Zach DeLong, JD Sass, and Dylan Hudson make up our 9-car field there. So that's going to put us through already 2 heat races. And I guess we'll wait and see as iRacing catches up to the end of this one. And we'll see what we got here as far as transfer cars or alphabet soup or whatever we may have rolling on. It looks like we're going straight into a 50-lap feature event. So it looks like we're going to have a brief little warm-up session here. Just a minute here to thank our sponsors at Full Velocity TV. Got to thank Spataforum Firearms. Check out Brendan's website, spataforumfirearms.com. You want to purchase a new weapon, expand on an existing one, need some ammunition, whatever you may need, spataforumfirearms.com. Also, big shout-out to our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag. Check him out, iRacingIFlag.com. Also, big shout to our buddy Jim Revis over at Evil One Graphics. That paint shop has been busy, especially with these new custom numbers things coming out. Evil One Graphics are not only good, they are evil. Also, big shout to our buddy Jameson over at CNC Race Designs. His paint shop has been busy as well, throwing some great stuff out there. Look the best in show while winning all the dough. CNC Race Designs, hell yeah. Also, got to thank the guys over at DirtSeries.com. We'll be back with those guys next Thursday night with the Big Dog 100. Sign up now over at Dirt-Series.com. Be a part of the Big Dog 100 at Lima Land coming up next week. Also want to say hello and thank you to Tyler Blankenship over at Hanover Record Service and also our buddy Charles Wooten over at Virtual Racing Network, our partner in crime. These great layouts there. Courtesy of Charles helping us out put these things out there. So thanks to all these guys, our partners, and thanks to all you here live on Full Velocity TV, live on Facebook, live YouTube and Twitch TV. Inside the Chili Bowl, the Sim Addicts Pro Late Model Series about to go green for a 50-lap feature event. So what do you think, Todd? We throw this thing trackside. Let's pay homage to this great country, United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem. Back inside the Tulsa Expo Center here, the Chili Bowl for the Sim Addicts Pro Late Model Series is Todd throws it back to me just like a mouthful of drink going in, so apologize there for the brief second of delay, but ready to rock and roll here, Todd. It looks like we got 19 drivers ready to roll here for 50 laps around the Chili Bowl. We've already known this is going to be fast, so this is not going to take long when you get straight to the starting lineup.
And now your starting lineup for the Chili Bowl Pro Late Model Sim Addicts Racing League. Starting on the pole, driving the number 44 machine, our heat race number 1 winner. That's the Charles Silvas Jr. machine starting on the pole. His ass spread outside, heat race number 2 winner. That's driving the number 27. That's Tim Christensen.
In row number 2, we find the 269 of James Grace with the 515 alongside. That's Chris Cox.
Rolling off in the 5th starting position, driving the number 24 machine, that's Troy Stuckwich, and his dancing brothers outside, driving the number 93, that's Jeffrey DeLonge.
Aboard car number 33, rolling off next, we welcome Ethan Stuckwich, and alongside aboard car number 17, that's Justin Sick.
Rolling off in the 9th starting position, driving the number 23, that's Jonathan Smith, and Mullet Mafia Fry rolls off in the 10th position, at number 21.
Christopher Miller rolls off next aboard car number 1. Alongside the 225 is Trevor Bitterling.
Adam Stevens rolls off 13th, 14th, Zach DeLong.
Joshua Hessen on the number 18. J.D. Sass on the number 022 with Chris Lewin in the number 10. Dylan Hutchinson aboard the 16, and Scotty Edwards aboard car number 20, your 19-car field. We are green flag racing in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Chili Bowl here for the Sim Addicts Pro Lates. The field already working its way off turn number 2, chasing.
And we have a parking lot.
Right away, we have a parking lot over in turn number 1, and it's 19 cars, Todd. 18 going to take the green. Scotty Edwards not making the call. 18 around a 210 mile. You can only assume there's going to be a parking lot early. What do you got back for us there to show?
Well, James Grace aboard the number 269 machine took the corner hot and heavy down into 1, hit the bottom apron and up into the number 27 of Tim Christensen. Around goes Christensen. The 24 involved in that one. The 23 also involved. So James Grace right now in 3rd. But I believe he probably will tend to drop back to the rear of the field here tonight for that one because he just made a mistake there going into turn 1.
Certainly did, but looks like Troy Stuckwich going to get the short end of this one. Going to go 1 lap down already from starting position number 5. Getting ready for a restart. The field has been waved off. The restart going to be waved off for race control. Let's get this lineup right. Dole out the penalties the proper way they should be and get this thing ready to go back to green flag racing. It's only 50 laps. We're already on lap number 4 under yellow, so they're going to go by in a blink of an eye. Race laps about 11 seconds under green, so I'm not going to do the math for you. It'll take me a long time. By the time I figure it out, race will already be over. But Charles Silvas Jr. leading Chris Cox, Zach DeLong, James Grace, Tim Christensen, your current top 5. Ethan Stuckwich, Jonathan Smith, Mullet Mafia Fry, Christopher Miller, Trevor Bitterling, your top 10 as we go back to green flag racing in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And back to green flag racing. The 515 gets a tad bit loose there through the corner. That's Chris Cox able to hold on to that one. 93 machine sitting in that 3rd spot. James Grace running right now in 4th in the 269 machine. 21 more contact being made on the front straightaway. Stacking them up here at the Chili Bowl. What better way can we have it here tonight, Phil? As it is really tough to get around, especially with 18 cars out on the field.
Certainly is. It sounds like a good night for a big warm bowl of chili. If we're going to pull around under yellow flag here, as it looks like this one may have got Dylan Hutchinson and Joshua Hessen, Todd, if this looks kind of right over here. What do you got for us here for a replay?
Looking at the replay, yep, number 18, Joshua Hessen down on the apron here. Starts getting the batter back up, going into the corner. 24 upside down, a little bit of lag and warp there, some issues. And I believe also the 27 involved. Yep, Tim Christensen involved in that one. Pace truck drives right straight through Tim Christensen down there on the apron. Oh, man, that pace truck driver, I don't know what he was thinking. Is Christensen going to look like he got the worst for the wear there tonight, Phil?
Yeah, and I can't imagine that Tim's real happy with that one whatsoever. Yeah, not exactly sure what the pace truck driver is thinking. Probably about a 6-pack or so in. You got to think that to make a move like that, but looks like we should go back to green flag racing off of 4. Green going to go back in the air. Silvis and Cox going to lead the field off 2.
Doing a fantastic job right now. Solus down into turn number 3 already. The 515 running in that second spot. Going to see if these guys can keep it clean and green the rest of the way home here. We got 12 in, and 50 laps will be the distance here tonight's the Chili Bowl. The 44 of Charles Silvis Jr. Oh, more contact. Parking lot, and they're stacking it up on the wall over there. Turns 3 and 4.
Oh, man, Mullet Mafia Fry's car upside down. Not exactly sure what he was thinking there. He got turned around. It looks like he gunned the gas pedal into the back of somebody there going backwards. So this would give you a lot to show. I definitely know the initial contact was with the 21 car. He had definitely had some help from behind. I believe it was, might have been the, God, I can't even tell the car number. It might have been that got into the back from there. But it was happening fast. 21 goes around, and then some all stuff was on from there, Todd.
Yeah, rather different. And we got our first turtle of the evening. That's Mullet Mafia Fry. Turtle here. Turtle count up to 1, flip count up to 1 on the number 21 machine. And a lot of things happened in this one. The 21 does get by the 93. The 93 has nowhere to go as those guys get a tad bit loose. It's a little bit greasy out there, slickery as I would call it. And around they go in a knot. And that's where the parking lot ensued with the 33 machine. The 93, all those guys up in the parking lot there. And the 27, Tim Christensen, been involved in everything here tonight, Phil.
Certainly has. Todd getting a report from our friends down there in Facebook Live chat. Sound maybe not going over as clear and as loud as we want it to be. So take a look at that as we go back to green flag racing already. Charles Silvis and Chris Cox leading Trevor Biddling, Ethan Stuckwich, and Christopher Miller as we go back to green now on lap number 18, call it 19, and already caution flag going to come back on the speedway. Yellow, yellow, yellow for the 3rd time in this feature event, now working lap number 18. And I think we're going back here and showing more replays than we're actually showing green flag racing. So, Todd, you get another one here real quick to show us. So, go back over there, Todd, and we're under yellow once again. And I don't even have a gander of where to look for this one. I'm going to guess maybe Joshua Heston again of the 18 that may have got a piece of this one.
Yeah, it definitely looked like the number 18 machine of Joshua Heston as he made some contact there with the 19. And he goes driving up the wall there and back on all 4 wheels. Tough break for Joshua Heston. That's what's bringing out the yellow flag is look through the controls here, and the everything is the same. Normal here output of the volume controls there, Phil.
All right, want to thank Bradley for checking in there, saying, yep, sound is all good. Appreciate that. As I don't know if we missed something before, maybe Todd had some sound muted on his end, and microphone sometimes he'll play with, but who knows what's going on. But apologize for any delay or help all you guys out there helping us out. We go back to green flag racing really quick. Charles Silva's going to lead the field back to green. The battle right away going to be for second between Chris Cox and the 515. Trevor Biddling's 225 hit the black car under the red car. They're side by side of the turn 1.
And Chris Cox down to the bottom side, or up top there, the 225 gives a little bit of a love tap there to the 515. And Cox, he puts himself into the second position. That's Trevor Biddling. 3 wide here at the Chili Bowl. Something's got to give there. 225 gets mashed up into the wall here. He comes back down to the bottom side using a full fender frenzy here of the late models here, pro late models. The 515 now makes into the second spot, still holding on to that spot is the 515 of Cox. 3rd is the number 33 now, Ethan Stuckwich. 4th is Trevor Bitterling in that number 225.
His caution flag going to roll out there once again, just 1 lap past halfway, 26 of 50 on the board. Yellow once again out to the racetrack, and I'm going to take a stab at this one. It may be the number 93 car that may have got a piece of this one. Zachary DeLong out there, number 93, believe he may have got turned around. It's been happening here really quick. We already got a couple of cars behind the wall. Adam Stevens, Joshua Heston, Tim Christensen, Mullet Mafia Fry, and Troy Stuckwich this night already done. Chili Bowl gobbling up more cars, and I think Zach DeLong may have got a piece of this one aboard car number 93.
Not so sure on that one there, Phil. He might have got a little loose all by his selfie, but that was about it for the number 93 machine.
All right, well, whatever the yellow was there, I saw that car go kind of falling through the standings, and kind of tough to tell in this camera view I got. I kind of up in the blimp area here, Todd, trying to watch these guys go around. And I feel like I'm going in a big circle. So when these things stop and slow down, you kind of get that little vertigo effect going on. So tough little place here, 210 mile, no really good camera well to call this from. As we go back to green flag racing, we got Charles Silvers, the 44, going to take it back to him, but Chris Cox there for second. Keep an eye on the 33 of Ethan Stuckwish. We saw him make a big move 3 wide to put himself to third. He's going to come back to the low side of Cox in the turn 1. As it looks like we have more contact going on out there, but we are still all green flag racing. We are not yellow flag there, Todd. We're still green here as they're still racing around through 1 and 2. Silvers with the lead. Cox and Ethan Stuckwish machine are side by side. Biddling in there for 4th, and running our top 5 is the number 1 car of Christopher Miller. But Todd, your flag status is yellow. We are certainly still green here in the Chili Bowl. Now the yellow comes out.
Still yellow flag here for us over here in the control area. Not sure what iRacing, what the widgets are doing there to control with iRacing. It looks like yellow flag going to come out here on iRacing.com page track there. So that was rather interesting as the yellow flag came out. Kind of ensued there, but no yellow flags out there on the speedway. No pace truck coming out there, but somebody must have flipped the switch up there in the iRacing tower, Phil, and made that yellow come out even before that because they knew it was coming.
And then our 19 car of Zach DeLong got a piece of this one. Was definitely him that was slow in 3 and 4, and right in front of the leaders. Looks like Charles Silvers almost made contact with a slow car. So not sure what happened to the 19. Well, I can definitely tell you the back end of that race car is certainly bowed out and looks a little bit funky. I guess even more than a banana. Not sure if you're going to peek at that.
Yeah, I did get a chance to look at that car. Tough break as iRacing.com. Pace truck down to pit road. We have 15 laps remaining. Going to be 14 at the line for Charles Silvers Jr. leading 35 laps so far. Put 36 up on the board for that number 44 machine. Chris Cox running in that second spot. Highly contested with the 33 down to the bottom side. That's Ethan Stuckwich. Stuckwich down to the bottom of the 515. Makes contact with the outside wall. Going to have to try to throw it back in there, but not going to be able to do so. Stuckwich now to second.
Stuckwish up to second. Now here comes Biddling on the inside of the 515. They make contact running for third. Here comes Miller in the 1 car trying to get deep in the corners. They all stack up over there. They keep it straight somehow, some way, but the race going on for third. Here comes Cox on the inside. Miller in the 1 car. Going to drive it down in there deep under Biddling and Cox. This is really good racing. For third on back, looks like finally single file. Now we go back at it. Cox getting turned around and somehow keeps it straight through 3 and 4.
And Cox doing a fantastic job. As you said, he was turning around. Oh, contact with the 1 machine. Temper starting to flare here at the Chili Bowl there, Phil. Is these guys just banging and beating and banging and even some more on each other. As these guys doing a fantastic job. But that's why I like these full-feathered cars, as they're able to lay it out on each other.
I'm not sure if it's tempers or short racetrack or whatever it is. But those guys were, as you said, air beating the daylights out of each other over there. Miller and Cox, Chris Lewin's 10 car into that fight as well. Chris has come from the back of the field, but Charles Silvers Jr., it's all his race up front. He's got a commanding lead of well over 3 seconds now over Trevor Biddling, Ethan Stuckwish, Chris Miller, Chris Lewin. That's your current top 5. Silvers has a humongous lead, and he's already going to get 5 laps on the starter stand next time around. Yeah,
a handful of laps coming up here for the number 44 machine of Charles Silvers Jr. leading from green to right now as he's trying to do the green to checkered ordeals. The 17 around there in front of the leaders. I didn't know what Charles Silvers was going to do. Able to get down to the bottom. Yellow flag going to fly though for the number 17 machine of Justin Sick.
Justin Sick going to bring the yellow flag out. Field working its way around on lap number 46. So this may be a quickie restart here. That's going to evaporate that almost 4-second advantage that Silvers had. Biddling is their second. Ethan Stuckwich, Christopher Miller, Chris Lewin, your top 5. Chris Cox, James Grace, J.D. Sass, Jonathan Smith, Zachary DeLong, our current top 10. Final car on the lead lap is a 16 of Dylan Hutchison there. You got Justin Sick, Zach DeLong still out there aboard car number 19. 13 cars, 11 on the lead lap. Silvers' leads disappeared. Tim Biddling make one more late run at it, or maybe Ethan Stuckwish, the 33 car running third. Are we going to see a bump and run to finish this thing? We're only going to have 2 laps to go back here at the line. If we're going to get a restart, it's going to come quick.
Yeah, definitely going to have to come quick as they're coming around once again there, Phil, to get 2 laps to go. Lights are going to have to extinguish this time by in order to get some racing in, and it looks like they're going to indeed do so.
Well, just waiting for the pace truck to maybe take a surrender on pit side. I'm so sure. Yeah, there he goes. We're going to get a one-lap shootout aboard the 210 Smile here in the Chili Bowl. It is going to be Charles Silvis and Trevor Biddling, our top two. We go back to green with a single file restart, and we look to see does Biddling have one more weapon to throw down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Checkered flag going to go in the air. No contest there. Charles Silvis Jr. going to take down the win. I believe Biddling going to hold on for second over Ethan Stuckwish, Christopher Miller, and Chris Lewin going to make up a top 5. A rocky night for the Sim Addicts Pro Late Models of the Chili Bowl, but hey, Todd, for what we saw of Green Flag Racing, this thing was pretty action-packed, especially those 3 guys that are beating around each other, just bouncing off cars there, playing ping pong for a good 5 or 6 laps. That was cool to watch.
Definitely was cool to watch as you see your finishing results up on the screen. She said Silvis, Bitterling in the number 225, Stuckwich, Miller, and Lowen in the top 5. And as they go through here, Cox, Grace, Sassy, Smith, and DeLong. Then you have Hutchinson, Sick, DeLong, Stevens, Hessen, Christensen, Fry, Stuckwich, and Edwards round out your 19-car field here tonight at the Chili Bowl. But race winner, Charles Silvis Jr.
All right, so what we're going to do next, we're going to head over toward the Sim Addicts Discord and hope to talk to most of our top 3 finishers, if not all. So stay tuned. Give us about 30 seconds. We'll be right back here live, Full Velocity TV, on the post-race show from the Chili Bowl. All right, back here live, Full Velocity TV post-race show from the Indoor Nationals here at the Chili Bowl, Tulsa Expo Center. We'll talk to our top 3 here for 50 laps around. Charles Silva's taking down the win over Trevor Bitterling. And our third-place finisher now we talked to for the very first time. That is car number 33 of Ethan Stuckwish. And Ethan, terrific run for you. You made a bold move there, 3 wide with you and Bitterling and Cox there to put yourself in the top 3. Tell us about that bold move, knowing it was a small racetrack and small time to get there. I think that move was probably warranted from your Tulsa in the driver's seat.
Yeah, no, it's a small track, so I mean, you, especially this track with it being tight as it is, you really got to take an opportunity that you can when you can. So I saw the hole and just made sure I was there to fill it.
Now, tell me about those closing laps. We had a 1-lap shootout, which is always going to be tough, but a little bit of a green flag run we had there toward the end. Do you think if you had one more shot at it to take, would you have had a shot at Charles and Trevor up there, or do you think you had a third-place car over?
And I got caught up in a couple of stuff at the beginning, and I was hauling a little bit of damage, so I was just lucky enough that I held Trevor along and did. I don't think I had anything for Chucky. He was on his stuff tonight.
Well, he certainly was. That thing was a bullet for sure, but you get a good third-place finish here live on Full Velocity TV. Ethan, we're live tonight, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. So anybody out there watching, friends, family, or sponsors, the floor is all yours. Take the microphone and give those all a shout there that maybe.
All I can really say is shout out to all my team guys, Mike, Chris, Jake, all the guys that are at Monstar. I got to appreciate them for giving me an opportunity to run.
We know the Monstar name well. Our buddy Jake Keel over there. Tell him we say hello. Ethan Stuckwish finishing up third tonight here in the Tulsa Expo Center. Chili Bowl here for the Sim Addicts Pro Late Models. We'll let Ethan get back to his team and debrief, and we'll walk a little bit further down here. We'll talk to the driver of the 225, Trevor Bitterling. So moving it around and see if we can't talk to a 22-25 there. We got it. Trevor Biddling here, your runner-up finisher here tonight. Made a hell of a move there. You and Chris and Ethan had a really good battle coming on, and somehow, some way, you end up in the second spot. Tell us about them running that white knuckle racing you guys are having.
Yeah, it was crazy. This short track, you got to beat and bang a little bit to get up front. I felt bad for Chris because they were giving him a couple warnings, but I had to get by when I could, I guess.
It's tight quarters. It's only 0.2 of a mile around, and you got these big full-fendered race cars that certainly ain't made for a racetrack like this. How tough is it to get around this place fast? Never mind it clean. It's just a tough little place. What is it like to set up a race car here to make these things go faster on this joint?
Well, I came in and I could, at the beginning of practice, I think I was dead last in speed. And then Josh Heston sent me a setup and did a little tweaking on it. So I got to thank him for the setup.
Well, a terrific job by you tonight, Trevor, taking home a second-place finish here live on Full Velocity TV, Sim Addicts Pro Late Models. We are live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube and Twitch TV. So anybody out there watching, want to say hello to friends, family, and sponsors, the floor is all yours. Take it away.
My dad, my brother, I know they're watching, I think. I got to thank Josh for the setup. And, yeah, he helps me out a lot with these cars. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm just here to drive it.
I like it. That sounds like a guy I could be a friend of right there. Trevor Biddling, tonight's second-place finisher. Great job to you, my friend. And we'll do it again sometime as we'll let him go back down here and debrief and survey the damage over the race cars. He's had a one hell of a run to finish up second. But I'm going to throw this thing down to Victory Lane, where I hope I find my brother Todd down there with Hollywood. Charles Silvis Jr. down in Victory Lane. Todd, take it away down there.
Down here in Victory Lane with the driver of the number 41 Hollywood, Charles Silvis. Charles, you did a fantastic job here tonight. Started on the pole. That's where you wanted to be. You won your heat race. You started on the pole again in the feature and was able to lock and load and get away from all the carnage here tonight. Tell us about your race.
The race wasn't too bad. Track was pretty slick. Just kind of babied it around the track. Just tried to hold my own up there and just avoid everything that happened in front of me.
And indeed, that's what you did here tonight. And like you said, led from green to checkered from the pole position and putting down the fastest laps of the evening and just going on about the race here tonight, doing a fantastic job. And tell us about some of what was going through your mind, I should say, towards that last restart. You had to be thinking, man, one lap to go. Somebody's going to probably try to pull a nasty slider out of me here or maybe even beat me up out of the way. What was going through your mind?
Well, I knew once I got to turn one, if I had a good enough gap, it was pretty much going to be over. I had a pretty fast car for sure, and I knew once I started to pull away, there was nothing they was going to be able to do behind me.
Well, indeed, a fantastic showing here for tonight. But as we're accustomed to here on Full Velocity TV, we're going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you here this evening.
Okay, first off, thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. And you guys do a really good job, and I want to thank Team HRT. Yeah, we're a hell of a group of guys. We help each other every night with setups, and we're always on here trying to make each other better. That's pretty much all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here at the Chili Bowl. Driver of the number 44 machine, that's Hollywood, Charles Silvis, taking down the victory here. Sim Addicts Pro Late Model Division, Phil, and what a fantastic show we had this evening. These guys put on one whale of a show, and hopefully we'll see some more here in the upcoming weeks here in the Pro Late Models as points starts winding down.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure what to think when I saw Pro Late Models inside the Chili Bowl. Saw 20 cars going to go out there for a feature event. I said, oh, buddy, just kind of saddle up and, watch the carnage take place. And it certainly did. But what we saw of racing, Todd, it was a lot of fun. Great job watching these guys just beat and bang off this short little racetrack in these big, heavy stock cars. And it was a great time had by y'all. So got to thank the guys over here at Sim Addicts. Jonathan Smith did a great job in race control. I was hearing him. Got to thank our buddy Jeremy Freeman, of course, for getting us over here. Got to thank all of us here at Full Velocity TV. Got to thank our graphics guy, Martin Karch. Got to thank Jack Chewin for our co-controls, Josh Smith for all the camera work, and my brother Todd alongside, Charles Wood for all his help here from VRN with these great overlays. And all of you out there watching tonight for Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. For Todd, I am Phil. We'll see you back here live tomorrow night. DWR Wednesday Night Street Fights opening race of the season is going to be a lot of fun. Be back here tomorrow night live, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Wednesday Night Street Fights live on Full Velocity TV. We'll see you later.